And a very pleasant good afternoon, soccer fans. The Cascade Collegiate Conference, City of Medford, Southern Oregon Sports Commission, Travel Medford, Southern Oregon University, and Oregon Tech welcome you to Wheeler Field at Lithia and Driveway Fields for the 2024 Cascade Collegiate Conference Soccer Championships. Our second women's semifinal match of the day features the designated visiting team and number 3 seed Eastern Oregon Mountaineers against the designated home team and the number 2 seed Oregon Tech Lady Owls. And now let's meet the starters for today's match. First, for the designated visiting team, the Eastern Oregon Mountaineers. The starting goalkeeper is a 5'9" senior from Kalama, Washington, number 00, Madeline Barker. A 5'2" senior from Boise, Idaho, number 2, Megan Gustafson. A 5' senior from Meridian, Idaho, number 3, Brooke Snyder. A 5'6" junior from West Jordan, Utah, number 6, Sydney Peck. A 5'3" senior from Sparks, Nevada, number 9, Capri McMillan. A 5'10" senior from Boise, Idaho, number 12, Chloe Flynn. A 5'7" freshman from Boise, Idaho, number 19, Grace Shaver. A 5'4" senior from Anchorage, Alaska, number 20, Gracie Hoover. A 5'2" sophomore from Elko, Nevada, number 23, Peyton Jakeway. A 5'9" freshman from Huntington Beach, California, number 30, Aaron Kelly. And a 5'5" junior from Meridian, Idaho, number 33, Corinna DeYoung. Assistant coaches for the Mountaineers, Tally Connors and Erica Skindloff. The head coach in his second year, Josh Goodman. The Eastern Oregon Mountaineers. And now the starting lineup for our designated home team, the Oregon Tech Lady Owls. The starting goalkeeper is a 5'7" senior from Miyalani, Hawaii, number 0, Sydney Nakamura. A 5'7" junior from Billings, Montana, number 2, Soleil Ellison. A 5'3" senior from Miyalani, Hawaii, number 3, Kara Morris. A 5'4" senior from Gladstone, number 4, Brianna Lewis. A 5'7" senior from Waialua, Hawaii, number 7, Shelly Naputi. A 5'4" freshman from Aba Beach, Hawaii, number 10, Jaylee Curran. A 5'4" senior from Kent, Washington, number 11, Kayla Ness. A 5'6" senior from Monroe, Washington, number 14, Kiana Jacobson. A 5'1" junior from Hilo, Hawaii, number 17, Kanel Karpus. A 6'1" senior from Reno, Nevada, number 24, Carly Moss. And a 5'8" sophomore from Salina, California, number 28, Chloe Cook. The assistant coach for the Lady Owls is Amber King. The head coach is Tom Moore. The Oregon Tech Lady Owls. Your officials for this afternoon's match. The fourth official, Armando Ayala. The assistant referees, Brandon Williams and Joel Hernandez. And the center referee is Paul Woodhead. The Cascade Collegiate Conference and its member institutions are proud to be a Champions of Character Conference. And along with the NAIA, embrace the 5 core character values of the Champions of Character initiative. Respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We hope that you embrace these values to create a positive environment for everyone to enjoy. Thank you for your cooperation, and now soccer fans, it's time to play ball.
Fans, welcome to the 2024 Cascade Conference Championships presented by U.S. Bank and hosted at the beautiful Lithia Driveway Fields. This is the second women's soccer semifinal contest today. It's between the third-ranked Eastern Oregon Mountaineers and second-ranked Oregon Tech Owls. Got Aaron Nilsson here, Gavin Wilmot next to me, Danny Canada up on the roof, getting the camera angled for us. I'd like to thank our local partners for hosting the CCC Championships, Travel Medford and the Southern Sports Commission, City of Medford Parks and Recreation, and our university hosts, Southern Oregon University and Oregon Tech. Also, thank you to Table Rock Sports for the streaming of all 14 games this week. A little chilly day, light breeze, but no rain. That's doesn't matter. We're going to play no matter what for soccer, which is a great thing, but it's going to keep it a little more even. Gavin, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
And what is your history? Have you been on the mic for any of these?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a couple games on Sunday. I had the Oregon Tech women's first game. So, I had a couple games. I'm excited to be back on more. Yeah.
And for anyone who may be just tuning into this broadcast, and maybe it's their first one with you on the mic, what's your history with soccer?
So I played for Oregon Tech myself, and I'm currently the women's head coach at Road Community College here in Medford. So, played my whole life, love it, very involved with it in the Valley here in Medford. So it's a lot of fun, and I'm super happy that this tournament's here because it's just very easy access to watch some great games.
Yeah, for sure. With you living in Medford, or at least the Medford area now too, we are about ready for kickoff with the teams right there, the center circle. Let's get the scoreboard, the big one, the bulky one, out of the way. And the scoreboard, how we have it, it's the time. It's a little different to get used to it because RCC, you guys run more of the, which we had the tournament game a few days ago. You run more of the traditional clock. You run up, and then you have a stoppage time. Here it's down like high school, and there's stoppages for everything. So it's like, okay, what the time is, what you see is what it is, what's left on there. So it's a little harder for me is operating it. Just have to stop a lot.
Keep it on track.
But it's all good. It's all good. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. And what with being third and second ranked, of course, there's just 8 teams in it. It's not like it's 60 teams. It's not like such a disparity. But with it, the winner goes to the championship. Of course, what are you anticipating and expecting in this one?
I mean, I think this is going to be probably one of the better games today across all 4 of them, just with intensity and especially with this game in itself, the added pressure on it now with the previous game going the way it did. The winner of this game now gets the second automatic qualifier to the national tournament. So stakes got raised as soon as they saw the final whistle blow for that first game, and I imagine both teams will look to settle on their feet in the first couple minutes and then try to progress themselves into it.
Yeah, that is a big deal with that, getting that automatic qualifier, which is in I think next weekend, I believe it said it was. Not this weekend, but a couple weeks.
The following week, yep. So they'll head to I believe it's a regional, like a school-hosted site first, and then I think if you make it out of those 2 games there, it's in Kansas this year, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I heard rumblings of. Yeah, rumors that it's Kansas, but definitely a pretty big deal. And the stats that I'm keeping track of, just because of so much else going on, trying to get everything going, is just corners and then shots. That's all I worry about. And sometimes we've got an opportunity there, and that's blocked. That will be the first corner.
Yeah, that was a good block there.
Sometimes a little frustrating, too, because things happen throughout the match, and you're like, wait, I should have been keeping track of that. And I'm not. I'm picking corners and shots. So lefty here, swinging in. Right in the middle, headed just wide.
It's a good sign of danger early on for them. Cut up pretty well.
So wide, but there's a shot. So first shot as well. Mountaineers, early pressure. 2:45 in. So Mountaineers throw. Did you catch any of the men's matches so far?
Yeah, I had the Oregon Tech SU men, and then I had the College of Idaho, Eastern Oregon men, and both of those games were fantastic.
We heard screaming. We heard all of it. The SOU and OIT one, just that was going crazy over there.
Yeah, and then immediately right after it, the other game was just as good.
Man. Got some pressure down the right side. You familiar with the roster this year right now with Oregon Tech?
A couple of them.
Okay.
Yeah, a handful of them are still playing from the last time I played there, because also we have that. I think a couple of them are in that COVID year kind of thing, so they're on their 5th year potentially. So, yeah, definitely a couple of them I'm familiar with, and then even after watching them on Sunday, there's some new ones that I wasn't aware of that definitely stood out.
One of those standouts, just looking over this as we were covering the men, so it's like, okay, now I got to get familiar with the women's, but Sydney Nakamura, the goalkeeper there in the yellow, she's all-conference first team. And also other teammates, Kiana Jacobson and Carly Moss on the first team.
It's a great turn down there in the line from Lewis.
Lewis knocks it off, and that
corner.
is, I think it's Erin Kelly for the Mountaineers off of her. Double checks. But first corner for the Owls.
The view of the game now that we're in the stadium is a lot better than the games on Sunday being right on the sideline in terms of watching, but now it's difficult to see the numbers.
Yes, yep. A little farther away, but thankfully they're not the, what is it called? Not sublimated. It's I think it's sublimated as the pattern, or it's like it's the same color as the jersey, just the one outline.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little easier here. That header, almost the same exact header, right side.
Almost exactly the same as Eastern's header down the other way. So I'm interested to see if, as that piece comes along, if they start to connect on a little bit. It's definitely a dangerous tool to have in your locker if you can capitalize on a set piece.
I believe that was Keneal Corpuz who got that off.
I believe so. She's one that stood out very well in the first game that I had for them.
Yeah, any Mountaineers or Owls fans, apologize if going to get familiar more with the names and players as the game goes on, but just hopefully don't butcher. We've got some pronunciation guides on here, but do our best. Unfortunately, so 30, I thought it was 33. It's not Erin Kelly, 30, so someone is a different number for the Mountaineers, that defender right here on our near side. Clearing out for a throw for the Mountaineers. Just right into that beautifully colored tree.
Yeah.
Man. Mountaineers, and just cleared out. What position do you usually play when you're playing?
I was a center back, so we're familiar with the defensive side of things. I wasn't somebody who could find the goal really well.
Or at least the one behind you, I'm sure you were well aware of.
Both teams seem to have settled in pretty well early on. It's not really that kind of hectic first 10 minutes that it usually is. Both teams have had good spells of possession so far. Moments where it's a little frantic, but
that's just what pressure does. And right here, the one with the ball, unfortunately, for the Mountaineers, not sure which one she is on the roster. 33 is not listed. She loses that one. Pressure coming from Carly Moss. Nakamura Gets that past halfway. Foul there, and that's Naputi who wins the free kick. It's funny because Naputi is not a common name, at least not here in the continental United States. But it's not on the pronunciation guide. But I'm pretty sure it's Naputi. And it could be Shalinai first.
I know she goes by Shally.
Shally, okay. Yeah. So maybe Shalinai, maybe it is. That gets into the box. And as Madeline Barker, the senior, come up with that one. How good are you with pronunciations of names?
Not good.
Okay. Okay.
I had a player on my team her entire freshman year. I pronounced her last name wrong, and she was on the quieter side and got back for her sophomore year, and she was like, "That's not how you say it." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Freshman year, man. What was the name? How were you saying it? And what was it?
It's spelled B-O-H-N. I thought it was Bone, but it's Bowen. Yeah.
I figured there'd be an E in there, but
yeah,
for Bowen.
Yep.
Okay.
And she let me know towards the beginning of the year, so
it's Bowen. Got it. I would even said Bond too. I'm like, well, it could be Bond. Yeah. A clean slide tackle. The Mountaineers win the throw on the far side. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest commercial bank in the United States and operates 3,080 banking offices in 25 states, providing a comprehensive line of banking products to consumers, businesses, and institutions. U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Cascade Collegiate Conference and presenting sponsor of the 2024-25 championships. That's going to be a throw. And is Paul Woodhead, the center ref. Brandon Williams, Joel Hernandez on the sidelines, and Armando Ayala is the 4th official who's there at midfield. That's one thing we don't have to worry about here, too, is because all of the other opening round, the quarterfinals, was all the players were checking in with us when they're going to sub in because they thought that we were the ones. We're like, nope, that's right. It's just go to over there. Go to the 4th official, sorry. I'd love to help you, but whatever I write down is not going to be official. Back to Nakamura. She clears out. Naputi. Now 33.5 minutes left. Have to do a little more math to figure out what minute it is because we're counting down. So I'm like, all right, 45 minus 11.5 for the 12th minute. Take it away right at the edge of the box.
It's a good challenge there.
Just one shot, one corner each. Go ahead.
Haven't been able to watch a whole lot of the games throughout the season, but I know Carly Moss received Defensive Player of the Year, and after watching the first game and seeing a challenge like that, it seems like it was earned.
And she's proven it. People are like, yeah, we'll prove it. All right, I'll do that. Mountaineers with the throw. And with that added pressure, saying about the automatic qualifier into the national tournament, the winner, the championships are going to be on Thursday here, 11 and 2. The women will be playing at 11 for the title. Hold over on that one. And 2 o'clock the men's. That was Carpuz with the foul.
I should get this back in right away.
Right to Nakamura. But nothing too threatening so far. Either team. Got a long way to go, though.
I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure when they met in conference play, it was 1-0 in favor of the Mountaineers. So if the game stays like this in terms of the way it is, it might be a 1-0 game again.
Let's see. I'm going to look it up.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen it too. A lot of those times where that kick, that clearance does go bounce off the striker, and it goes back to the net. Oof. So Owls finishing with a 14-4-1 regular season record. And it was, 1-0 loss at home in Klamath Falls on October 5th. And number 9, Capri McMillan, who scored that lone goal. And out for a goal kick. Yeah, 1-0. Yeah, expect similar.
Yeah.
Don't think it's going to be a 5-4.
Yeah, the way the first 15 have gone, seems like it might go like that unless one goes in and the floodgates open and then more come. But it's very evenly matched so far.
Now for an Owls throw.
Both teams very, very organized defensively and then have some danger when they get up front. So it should be good.
Hoover with it again. Cleared out. Ooh. And this will be going to Eastern Oregon. That's a big part of the game too, is figuring out, all right, who's our referee? Do we know this person?
Yep.
How did they play us last time? And then getting them familiar with them and how they're going to call things and what they're going to let you, how aggressive you can be. Because I know with the men's, the games we're watching too there were probably 8 yellow cards handed out in one of those quarterfinals. It was deserved. It was chippy. They were really getting emotional. But one thing I really liked too in the second game was actually that ref was actually, in the beginning, in the first half, was just actually taking time to talk to the players. Like, you know what, not going to give you a foul, but let me talk to you about why, to help himself, of course, later in the game. But like, hey, I warned you. But also just hopefully just keep that little down and just more of a teaching moment. And that's why I love to see that with refs, instead of just foul all the time and not even just being the quiet ref kind of thing. So it was interesting to see how Woodhead will be Lewis taking his free kick. McMillan, she was the goal scorer in that win at OIT. In the 19 games for the Owls, they were only shut out twice, and it was against College of Idaho and Eastern Oregon 3-0 and 1-0. Otherwise, they put up 6 on Warner Pacific. Three, a lot of threes out there, so they definitely score.
Yeah.
For Eastern Oregon. So 10-4-3 record. They have 5-0, 3-1, 3-1, 3. So they put up 3 a couple of times, but they're generally pretty low as well. A lot of 1s out there and shut out several times. And then a 1-1 and a 0-0 tie. So from looking at that, you'd think the Owls have a little more firepower. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Okay, that's not good. Already getting into it. And Naputi gets a yellow. Just gotta be careful with clapping in Woodhead's face. Oof.
Yeah.
You don't want a second yellow right away.
Tensions are definitely high.
So from what we see, Woodhead, as he gives out the yellow to Naputi, thinking that she's the instigator, or at least did most of it, and then speaking to 33 here for the Mountaineers, but not giving a card to her.
I think that seems to be the question she's asking right now.
Yeah. And Nakamura giving her thoughts as well about what she saw. The yellow for Naputi at 25-17 in first. So now she's got to be careful. That was kicked out. Mountaineers throw.
I think something that also adds to this is if your men's team is also going far in the tournament and hasn't packed up and at home yet, if you can't hear it on the stream, the Eastern men are here and they are very loud.
Okay. So I was wondering exactly. I wasn't sure who was doing that, but there is a group somewhere.
Gives you a little bit of an edge if both programs stay for the whole week.
Barker collects that in the box. Print on Site is here for all your tournament gear. Purchase official championship t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and other items. Print on Site has a wide variety of sizes and colors and will be here throughout the tournament. Yeah, Rocky Mountain had the women's team helping cheering on against Warner Pack in that quarterfinal too, and really they were taking up pretty much all of the seats because it was so cold that night, and not many other people were there, but that team was there. I have a sub, one from each side, I believe. They did stop the clock. So, Paul Woodhead, he was talking to the trainer. So we noticed something. He stopped the clock with one of the Mountaineers players. It's I think it's Brooke Snyder.
Eastern Oregon substitution into the match, number 11, Cadence Martinez. Into the match for Oregon Tech, number 15, Caitlin Price.
Yeah, I believe it's Brooke Snyder over there getting looked at by the trainer. Danny did a great job getting a zoomed-in shot of them over underneath that canopy, but the trainer was blocking the number completely. We're now under 23 minutes left in this first.
Yeah, with the first substitution, seems to see if some of the coaches are maybe trying to shake things up a little bit with both sides making a sub. And with Oregon Tech, Charlie came off, probably to settle down a little bit. And then Carpus came over to this left side, and Brianna Lewis went over to the right. So obviously trying to do something different.
Yeah, I coached a Crater for 4 years, JV boys, and you're coaching right now, so it is one of those things where you just, it helps having assistants. I didn't usually have an assistant, but it's like I can only look at so many things. I'm trying here, but making those in-game adjustments can just be crucial, because you notice if for whatever reason you're like, yep, we need to switch you sides, do this. You're noticing something, which is you're just like, yeah, we're getting slammed and beat down that side. We need to switch the defenders, and I mean I've done before, and what you got to do, those can be game-changing moves.
Yep.
Do you guys use in-game video at all, or you're just your eyes only? I don't know
During
what
the game?
what kind of tech you're using.
Yeah, I mean, if we had that tech, probably.
Okay.
That would be phenomenal. But just eyes only.
Okay. I mean, that's what it's been for decades.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Just dealt with that well, because that's not a fun spot to be in.
Yeah, it's just neither team able to get really that final pass through or through ball, whatever it is. It's always going to be, look, for now, it's just shots from the outside. That's a goal kick. Nakamura going to have another one.
Site. Print on site is here for all of your tournament gear. Purchase official championship t-shirts,
I just said that.
hoodies,
There we
and
go.
more in
That's
a
good.
wide variety of sizes and
The
colors.
fans here couldn't hear me
This
say
is
it.
your
It's
booth
good that they get that from the
behind
PA
Wheeler Field
announcer.
grandstand for your souvenir from this year's championship.
I have friends that have done that. They go and they'll travel the whole country and do those print-on-site jobs, and it can be pretty lucrative.
Yeah.
I mean, they have like a storage shed like in the Midwest, pretty low, just central, because they'll be going east and west coast.
Yeah.
They'll just go pick it up and then go to wherever it is, the site, and yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, personalized, which you don't usually get. You don't have to wait for it. It's just right there. It's ready.
Eastern Oregon substitution into the match, number 10, Macy Reed.
20 minutes, under 20 minutes now. And OIT now with the throw. Good step up there. Oh, she got knocked off. She was not happy.
She was not happy, but I mean, I think that one is good strength. She's been, I don't think we ever got the name right for 33, but she's been getting stuck in, and she's definitely making herself known, and has been impressive here on this right side for Eastern.
We'll get her name at halftime. We can be able to talk to stats. possible break, but yep, right there, taking it away. But Oregon Tech with a throw now deep in the Mountaineers half. Oh, Carpuz. Looks like she will take it. She won it. Another sub for each team. I'd like to thank our CCC corporate partners, Under Armour, Court Sports, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Alaska, Aaron Herf Jones. Thank you for the support of the Cascade Conference.
Into the match for Oregon Tech, number 23, Miranda Valle.
Head back in, head back out. And
Flags up.
Yep, offsides. Good move there. McMillan tries to send it across, but has it blocked.
That was a good recovery.
Sent forward and just getting the foot in.
Yeah, good interception.
Martinez cut inside. Out for a goal kick. It's one of those Martinez when she got that inside with your left, go far post, but she opened her body up, used her right foot.
Yeah, I think Tech were lucky to get away with one there as soon as when she made that second cut in, that dangling foot and the tackle, like a little scary. She was a little closer and felt the contact. She might have hit the ground and won a pen there.
Yeah.
Eastern Oregon substitutions into the match. Number 21, Jocelyn Sizemore. And number 4, Mackenzie Isaac.
Never know, too, sometimes with between the men's and women's games, is sometimes the women's are rougher. They really are. They go at it. Sent across. Carpuz. Looking for the runner. Too hard. Out for another goal kick for Eastern Oregon. Now it's another sub. Fans to follow all the conference athletics, visit cascadeconference.org. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. 21 universities, 3,000 student athletes, and 16 championships. This is the Cascade Collegiate Conference. Martinez, but Nakamura came out, got it just in time.
Well to be off her line, because I think they should time that really well to stay on side. And if it was any farther back, I think she was definitely through on goal.
Good one first time, but Barker there falls on top of it. That is the second shot from the Owls. So it does seem like, yeah, they're slowly finding their rhythm, and they're getting
Yeah.
some of these runs and getting attempts on goal at least. Out for a throw. Eastern Oregon wins it. Shot. I believe that was a shot.
Yeah, it looks
like
like
could
a
have
little
been
bit of
crossed,
both. Yeah,
but
a
yeah,
little bit of both. I mean, it was definitely into a dangerous spot. I mean, if
Yeah.
one of those runs continue, that's kind of just a
Oregon Tech
one of the ones where you
substitution.
almost just need your head on it. You don't have to do too much directing with the height that it was across
Yeah.
the face of goal. So, yeah. We'll go with the shot, considering that the players didn't run onto it.
Okay. It wasn't too far wide. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it went around maybe this edge of the 6-yard box, but it was one of those ones where it kind of looked like, with the way she hit it, it was like, looked like a cross, but then it was close where it could have been a shot too. That one's off Ellison. So 11:45 left. Millen. Ooh, she gets
definitely a
clipped
foul.
by Morris.
Oh. I think she might get booked for that second one.
Didn't just talk to her.
Yeah. She made a claim that she was just falling through on the wall, but I think the first one was a pretty clear foul. So
Yeah, right in the back of the leg. Maybe that's what he said. I mean, he said them to her. Maybe he said, you know what, next time you're getting one. I don't know.
yeah.
Good movement here from the Owls. And ultimately out. It's a substitution first.
I think both teams are just very well defensively organized. It seems obviously there's been some chances, but they're not coming very frequently. So.
East Oregon substitution. Into the match, number 7, Megan Polar.
And nothing that you look at going like, wow, that was, it was like, okay, they got a shot. Yeah, but nothing too dangerous. Barker Nakamura pretty been kind of bored probably a little bit out there in their nets.
Yeah, it makes you wonder as we get to the end of this first half and in the second half, if it stays in this 0-0, they start to push more and more and holes start to open up. If not, right now it seems like whoever makes a little mistake might be punished. But I imagine if it stays 0-0, we get towards the end and the stakes get high with the time going on, people are going to start to push forward. So gaps are going to create.
There will be some changes for sure. Oregon Tech with the throw. There's the defense just not allowing them to get anything.
Seems to be the theme both ways. They're both getting into spots in kind of these wider areas where it seems like they're going to get something, and then as soon as they get centrally, just met with a brick wall both ways.
ball.
Defended really well.
Yep. And took her down in the process. It'll be a free kick for Eastern Oregon right there on the 20.
It's an excellent change of pace because once the ball was first released, it looked like she was going to get in behind and have a shot at it, and then she put on the burners and caught up to the ball very quickly.
Intercepted. Glazebrook still with it. Martinez did not continue a run, and Nakamura picks it up. So snuffed out again. See Martinez, Brown. That was not very far off.
Yeah.
Millen ended up taking that shot just wide. So we got 6 minutes left.
Eastern Oregon substitution into the match. Number 16, Ashley Smith.
One thing I noticed, I don't know how the roster was when you played, but just looking over the men's teams and now looking at the women's, like it's so less international on the women's side. Do you know why that might be?
I'm not sure.
Is that the product of the national teams, maybe? I mean, I don't know. Like, because the U.S. women's team has been dominant for so long. You have so many Americans, and I know there's typically, from what I understand, too, I think a lot more girls play soccer growing up than men's, and then boys start to separate a little bit more into football and things like that. But maybe it's just a wider player pool, and so they don't have to go international.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just something I just noticed. It's like, what is going on? Because I mean, there were people. I mean, Austria and a bunch of African countries, and England and Ireland, and I was like, wow, from everywhere. It's cool. But how was your roster makeup when you played?
For the men, we had 2 by year.
Okay.
I had New Zealand and a buddy from Holland.
Oh.
And I think those are now they have 2 other Australians, I think, now.
Okay.
So not as much. I think it also kind of just depends on the school, the area, in terms of how it is. I mean, I think, if you're looking at Oregon Tech is kind of one of the examples, are on the school side of things are very heavy in a lot of those medical programs and that kind of stuff. So I think maybe it definitely attracts a lot of people locally and just in the U.S. So, but yeah, I mean, it's an interesting comparison looking at both because, when we were doing the 2 men's games I had Sunday, same thing, handful of players from all over the area.
Yeah. And then I wonder, too, I mean, private versus public.
Yeah.
That makes a difference. And then probably the actual location, right? So if you're on the coast or a major city. It's under 4 minutes now.
I've looked for that ball a couple times, and there's just too much on it each time. She's reading it very well. She's not having to do too much to get to it. As long as she reads it, she's going to be able to scoop up the ball with her hands. She's going to take some off of it if they want to get in behind in that way.
But, yeah, they have it. The vision's there. It's just not, a little too hard. That was behind Glazebrook. It'll be Mountaineers' throw right below us. Back to Barker. Well done, calm. Good step.
Yeah, well read.
Now Fernell's throw. 2 minutes left.
Oregon Tech substitution into the match. Number 16, Kaylin Ness.
Headed out just behind her and throw in for Eastern Oregon.
Yeah.
Push by Glazebrook.
Imagine this one will, with about a minute left, this one will probably get played straight into the box. See if they can create a chance right before the half.
That shot, but Nakamura.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Actually, the first on goal for the Mountaineers as we're under 1 minute.
Great composure.
Yeah, Isaac and Peck are the two main defenders or center defenders for the Mountaineers back there, and they've just been doing really well
10, 9,
this entire first
8,
half.
Yeah, definitely has
7,
been a defensive battle in this
6,
first half.
5, 4,
Entertaining for me.
3, 2,
I take pride in
1,
that.
0.
One team can defend really well. It's nice to see.
That's the end of the first half. Your score, the
Yes,
Eastern
and that
Oregon Mountaineers
is
0.
halftime here
Oregon
in the
Tech leading
semifinals
Owls
between
0.
Eastern Oregon and Oregon Tech.
Cascade Collegiate Conference.
Top of
Thanks
15-minute
our local
halftime.
partners for hosting this week's
Thank you for
soccer
watching.
championships.
We'll be back in a bit.
Travel Medford.
Diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
At US Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings, the big expansions, and the celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there. The late nights, cold pizza, the glamorous travel, the juggling acts. We are in for all of it, all of us. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City, or Brian from Boise. He's great too. And thousands of other bankers around the country. Because your glory is our glory. If it's important to you, it's important to us. And all the cold pizza will be worth it to get us farther than we ever thought we could go, to be better than any of us could ever be alone, proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official. But you can only be one. Know your
Is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Let the journey be your destination in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
We're losing a lot of referees and umpires because of the abuse toward them. We get way too many people who feel they can officiate much better from the stands.
Getting parents to realize that they need to engage their kids in sports in a positive way, and that's teaching them to have fun with the sport, and then the competitive side follows. And then with the referees, and maybe letting the referees ref and the coaches coach and the parents parent.
Know your role. Visit SouthernOregonSports.com to learn more.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
At US Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings, the big expansions, and the celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there. The late nights, cold pizza, the glamorous travel, the juggling acts. We are in for all of it, all of us. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City, or Brian from Boise. He's great too. And thousands of other bankers around the country. Because your glory is our glory. If it's important to you, it's important to us. And all the cold pizza will be worth it to get us farther than we ever thought we could go, to be better than any of us could ever be alone, proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access, You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding. Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
At US Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings, the big expansions, and the celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there. The late nights, cold pizza, the glamorous travel, the juggling acts. We are in for all of it, all of us. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side. Like Kayla from Kansas City, or Brian from Boise. He's great too. And thousands of other bankers around the country. Because your glory is our glory. If it's important to you, it's important to us. And all the cold pizza will be worth it. To get us farther than we ever thought we could go. To be better than any of us could ever be alone. Proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official. But you can only be one. Know your
Welcome back to Wheeler Field here in Medford, Oregon. Lithia Driveway Fields. Aaron Nilsson, Gavin Wilmot, Danny Canada on camera for us as well. We had 6 shots for Eastern Oregon, 2 for Oregon Tech. Both teams only with 1 on frame, though. It's been difficult for both of these sides. You kind of talked about it already in the first half, but what is it that you, as far as the defense goes, because they've both been solid, what is it going to take, from your opinion, on either of these teams, what they need to do to break through and finally get a goal?
I think the main thing is that they're both so organized when they are defending that it's got to be quick. Like, it's got to be a change of pace or a change of direction in a quick manner to shift those pieces around, because if it's too slow, like, they're already getting set quick. So you give them more time to get set, and it's just going to be, they get bodies in the right spot very quickly, so it's going to be more difficult to break down unless the pace can pick up a little bit. It'll be interesting to see if there's any formation change, any of that kind of stuff, personnel. But yeah, like we touched on a little bit, I think as this game goes on, if it's still 0-0, you're probably going to see a couple more bodies going forward, a little more desperation. So it might play a factor towards the end.
Because when it gets to be, the desperation is what they're going to do. And It's going to be interesting to see how long this does stay scoreless. Again, let's get the big scoreboard out of the way. Small one up for you. Switching sides. So the all-white Owls on the left to right on your screen. All-black Mountaineers right to left. We're going 45 minutes to figure out, at least 45 minutes.
Yeah,
We'll see what it is after 45 are done. And Naputi, sitting on a yellow card, she is not starting this second half. I think it's always interesting, too, to hear what the players and coaches are talking about at halftime.
Yeah.
Exactly what they saw, what they want to do. Free kick for the Owls in a dangerous position.
Very dangerous position, yep. This man will probably get. I mean, I think this is an area where I think you can definitely either strike it, but having some bodies to come up, as you can see, Carly Moss coming up from the back line to get some height in there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what route they go here. Now, if you're Oregon Tech here, if you can get one here within the first 2 minutes of the second half, that can definitely change the tone of the game for sure. Looks like maybe might be going to shot with just a couple bodies in to help with it. Oof.
Still
something that was drawn up, and from our angle we could see where the ball was trying to go, and it wasn't too far off, but it was well read by Eastern.
Just keep plugging up those holes.
Yep.
So that one sent through and cleared by Nakamura. I mean, I already mentioned Nakamura being on first team, all-conference team, but they were all announced on Saturday. Opportunity here, chipping, and just, I mean, that clearance was suspect.
Yeah.
Ellison just gets
definitely
it
one
wide.
not to take a breath until the ball actually went out there, because that was a tough one. Yeah, it's a good counter by Eastern to get it. Now, similarly to how Oregon Tech had the free kick in a dangerous spot, this corner very early on, see if they can shake things up right away.
Far post to the center. Cleared out. DeYoung sends it back in, but goes wide. Goal kick, Nakamura.
U.S. Bank is the fifth largest commercial bank in the United States.
To see the full all-conference teams, go to CascadeConference.org. There's Offensive Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, Newcomer of the Year, Goalkeeper of the Year, and, of course, both first and second all-conference teams and honorable mention performers.
And the presenting sponsor of the 2024-25 championships.
That was Caitlin Ness looking.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication, seemed like.
Yeah, Jacobson didn't make the run. Battle here on this near sideline. Poked out. It's actually going to the Owls. It was Jaylee Curran taking on Gracie Hoover, and Curran wins that battle. I was going to throw just shy of midfield. Ellison looks to switch. Eventually does.
It's knocked down well.
To the middle. Oh. Barker comes up with it.
Don't think she realized how much time she had on the ball there. She probably could have brought that down.
You don't need much space to get a shot off.
Yep.
Maybe they just don't feel that desperation yet. I mean, there's still almost 40 minutes left.
Yeah.
They're not like thinking shot immediate. They're just like, go, 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 go. That'll happen soon, though, I'm sure. Curran sends out in the middle. Isaac, not a far clearance.
Some good numbers going forward here.
Sent away by Curran. Stopping that break. Free kick for OIT.
I went the short route last time, but I don't think this one's going to go the same way. I think they're going to put this one into the box to stir it up a little bit.
As the Owls men's team arrives in the stadium. I was thinking, I haven't heard the Mountaineers men's team rooting enough here recently. Now we got both squads.
It's a good ball in. Well cleared.
Yeah, as you predicted, it went right in. Mountaineers look to break. Stays in. Deflected. It was deflected off DeYoung. And now out for a goal kick. Sub for the Owls. It's right down the road. Unpack, unwind, and enjoy the luxurious tropical field at Compass Hotel. This resort-style family-friendly property offers a relaxing island vibe amidst the rolling hills of the Pacific Northwest. Hungry or thirsty? Grab a bite and a drink from the 5 o'clock somewhere bar and grill directly on site. Whatever your vacation needs are, you'll be well taken care of at the Compass Hotel. Book your stay now. You know, we're supposed to have rain later tonight and for several days, and so you're like thinking of an island vibe, right? Tropical storm? Not a tropical storm. This could be cold.
Yeah.
Cold rain.
You can go there, but step outside. It's definitely not going to feel like what it looks like inside that hotel.
Not at all. The box and Woodhead calling a free kick for Mountaineers. I guess maybe just saying that she pushed her down, or
yeah, I think her momentum carried her a little bit to maybe run into her. I think that's when some referees will call, some won't.
Isaac sends that up. It's going to be out. Mountaineers throw on the far side. Young cuts that inside. Peck. Curran gets that off Mountaineers. Under 34 now left. Set up the line.
Good ball. Got it again. All red.
There's Chloe Flynn back there, the 5'10 junior. Throw for Mountaineers. DeYoung will take it. DeYoung will take another throw right in front of the Owls bench. Another throw for DeYoung. Amazing that a microphone up here is catching the bench. I mean, that's what I hear. I'm like, but also right below us are all the fans. We want to hear them. They're not making any noise. Come on, fans. Intercepted. Sydney Soskis. And that will roll all the way back to Barker. 31 minutes now. Free kick for Eastern Oregon. Isaac will take it.
Two bodies committed forward for this one. Oh,
it's dummy by Riley. Yeah. And Isaac there to clean it up.
Same thing as first half. Get wide, and as soon as they get in anywhere in the middle of the field, it's just met with somebody.
Looking for Valle. And no one running for it. Probably would have. I mean, Valle probably would have been offside.
Yeah,
So
I
she's
think
come
that's
back
why
up.
she
Yeah.
let it go.
Just inside the sideline, free kick. Good footwork there from Moss. And it will be Oregon Tech throw. Another sub. Patriot Electric is a family-owned business that has been powering up Southern Oregon for close to 20 years. We are a core group of licensed electricians with the resources and capabilities to complete any job, regardless of size, in both the residential and commercial fields. Our goal is to provide safe, effective, clean, and beautiful electrical and lighting projects, ensuring quality you can see. Patriot Electric.
Also in number 11, Cadence Martinez.
That's going to be Owl's throw right here. And the throws, Pat couldn't keep it in. Great opportunity, but Parker there for it.
Yep. Another shot on target, but similar to the ones in the first half, they're savable. So
it's on frame at least, though, and that's only their third. That's only their first shot of the half. So maybe they are finding some spots there as Valle and Martinez tracking back.
Battle there.
Gets it.
The fortune there for it to fall forward for Tech.
Two heavy touches there.
Yeah. It's the right idea in terms of trying to get into that space there, but the team's so organized defensively, it makes it difficult. Once you get by one, you're probably going to hit another one pretty quick. Game seems to be opening up a bit more, though.
Yeah, with about 24 minutes left. Almost halfway through the second half. Still 0-0. At this point, it really does feel like it's going to take something special or a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, and as the pressure comes on, I mean, I think with players looking to commit forward a little more, some of those mistakes might come just from seeing the time on the clock and seeing how much is left and getting a little nervous.
We would like to thank our CCC corporate partners for their support of the conference. Under Armour, Court Sports, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Alaska Airlines, and Herb Jones.
Out for an Eastern Oregon throw. That's what I have. Eastern Oregon hasn't had a shot in the second half. If I can count, DeYoung had a volley attempt, but that I feel like I think she was trying to get that back into the box.
Yeah.
It went well wide.
I remember she went with the inside of her foot, so I think she maybe was trying to place it back in.
Yeah.
They had the one where they broke through, and there was the kind of the dodgy clearance, but it wasn't a shot. But definitely was dangerous.
And Barker there near post. Falls on top of that one. Yeah, not an actual shot. So really tight. And then Oregon Tech really with only one so far recently. Yeah. Owls win the throw. A couple more subs coming in for the Mountaineers.
Eastern Oregon substitutions into the match. Number 19, Grace Schaefer, and number 3, Brooke Snyder.
Yeah, and Oregon Tech and Carroll coming up next at 4 p.m. here on Tailrock Sports. That's going to be a good one.
Yep.
And Carroll had won their quarterfinal 4-0. Of course, Oregon Tech was at overtime, right, against SOU?
Yep. It went to golden goal, and then got it fairly early in the first half of the first extra time period. So definitely was a battle, and I mean, on that one, number 2 versus number 7, but it was the rivalry that it wasn't never going to play like that.
Yeah.
This one will definitely be another good game and another chance for Oregon Tech to look to maybe cause another upset. But Carroll has been quite phenomenal this year, so it's going to be a tall task.
Oh, we were there as a hat trick for Felix Ballard. And, yeah, some of his touches are really nice. So, oh, man.
I think that's where maybe the Oregon Tech men get a little benefit of the doubt for shutting up at halftime, because they, opposed to the Eastern men, they play at 7 o'clock, so they got a little more time. The men were probably on a regimen of getting their lunch and getting things they need prepared, because
yeah.
I'm sure they want to and love to show their support, but with staggered of the game times, it's kind of tough.
It becomes business. That one cleared out. Corpus gives the Mountaineers a throw. Eighteen and a half minutes left. Give it a corner.
Yep.
Second corner of the half.
Yeah, just based off the last about 10 minutes, if Eastern can create something here, it has the feeling a little bit of against the run of play, because it's been quite a bit down on this right side for us. So this is definitely a good opportunity for Eastern to steal one here inside these last 20 minutes.
The way she's bouncing, it looks like she'd take a free throw.
The stomping of the men in the stands. Oh, that's a good ball in.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
foul.
right.
Yeah, foul on Sid, the goalkeeper there, but that was well cleared off the line. It's good positioning defensively, but wow, that was a great corner kick. She put that into a really good spot. So obviously would have been chalked off if it did go in, but that was definitely a bit of a sign of worry. Wonder if she got knocked up a little bit when she hit the ground there, considering she's not taking this kick here.
So right now, technically, the 74th minute,
Yep.
I believe is what it is. So we're getting to it. It's crunch time.
In-tech substitution into the match. Number 15, Caitlin Price.
And I think it'd be interesting to see if it's going to open up even more now, or will it close up? Because do either the teams feel less confident, maybe say we got to tighten up and kind of bring everybody behind the ball, or is it going to open up to we got to run and just send everyone forward that we can to get the goal?
Yeah, makes me wonder if either of them. I think it'd be strange if any of them preferred to go to extra time and penalty shootout, but yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder. Obviously, with the time we're at now, it's definitely probably open up a little bit more, but it'll be interesting to see as it gets a little closer if they start to get a little more conservative, just to get to at least the end of another period, calm down, maybe reset some things, but we'll see.
Well, the Owls with their first corner of the second.
See if they can create something as dangerous as Eastern did just now over there. Taking a while to get this one in. Building some tension.
In the middle of the box, and that was not missed by much. Will be out for a goal kick.
Another great ball in.
The 2024 men's and women's soccer all-conference teams were announced on Saturday. Visit CascadeConference.org for this year's selections, along with the award winners for Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Coaches of the Year,
Barker with the goal kick,
Newcomers of the Year, and the Team Sportsmanship Awards.
This one sent forward. Martinez running onto it. Nakamura, though,
yeah.
just getting it inside the box. Martinez didn't go for that one. The Oregon Tech throw. Throwing right in midfield.
Eastern Oregon substitution into the match. Number 9, Capri McMillan.
As announcing McMillan in, the one that again is the only scorer of that 1-0 win over the Owls a month ago. Ooh.
Yeah.
Not
surprised it stops the clock on that one there. It was like Corpus out there. She did very well to get that first touch.
Yeah,
but
she went to cut inside and just got clipped.
Yeah.
A yellow card has been issued to Eastern Oregon's number 3, Brooke Snyder.
She'll not only won to win a free kick, she did well to get a touch there because Eastern's looked really dangerous when they've picked off some of those balls there. So it's definitely a strength that they have, and I think I've seen. And obviously looking to get this one in the box, but from a other's perspective, it's good to not lose the ball there.
Barker standing in across over the line.
Yeah, that's an awkward distance. Should be able to judge that one because when they're coming in, it's hard to tell if it's going to get a flick, if it's going to bounce.
Yeah.
Luckily, I mean, like you said a little bit earlier, luckily for them, no rain. That that could have been a difference. But this is that spot that I kind of been seeing a little bit from Eastern. They're kind of getting their outlet on, and we'll see if it continues that way.
Yeah, Brooke Snyder with the yellow card previously. Mountaineers lose the thrower right near the corner flag. Sent in, and Nakamura has it easily. But that was Isaac with the attempt. Poked away by Isaac. Throwing for the Owls. In the box, dangerous. Deflected.
Block.
And McMillan with lots of space.
It's going to be dangerous. She can pick this correct ball over here on the left. It's good strength.
be out for Oregon Tech.
It's hard to tell if there's going to be a winner in this game. There's some games where you get the feeling that there's going to be something that breaks deadlock. That was the Eastern men and C of I on Sunday night. That was one. Eastern equalized pretty late on, and it didn't feel like it was going to go to extra time after that. It felt like there was somebody who was going to score, and Eastern did go on to score the winning goal like very quickly after with not much time left. This one, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if it's if there's going to be a break or if this one might be one that's destined to hit the extra time.
Oh, for sure.
It's opened up a bit, but still only a couple true chances in terms of what have made us kind of, catch our breath really quick.
Yeah. And those chances really hasn't necessarily been just, wow, what an offensive touch. It's more just been, oh, that was the dangerous area.
I think both corners have been, put in a dangerous spot. That was definitely close to getting just a touch on it towards frame. That might have made a difference, but yeah, both teams are just batching. I mean, scoreline kind of shows the same thing from the first time they played, and this one here matched up pretty well in terms of just all aspects of the field, and both very strong defensively.
And it could be one of those where it is a free kick, a set piece that is just that one touch.
Yeah.
That's all it's needed, and it's in the back of the net or a mistake, something deflection. Peck wins that. And then a throw-in.
Eastern Oregon substitution. Into the match, number 33, Corinna.
Precision Electric is a full-service electrical contractor that has been serving Southern Oregon for over 4 decades. Precision's client-centric team includes designers, engineers, estimators, and administrators ready to respond to any issues or emergencies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From simple residential jobs to multi-million-dollar commercial projects, Precision Electric is committed to always delivering pride in craftsmanship. Very good to go again. Coming up. Just 8 minutes left.
Yeah, I think the point you made about some set pieces, that kind of stuff, I think the key thing for both sides here will be managing, not giving away, a silly corner kick or a silly free kick in a dangerous area, because with those last 2 corner kicks that we've had to go off of, they both are in a dangerous spot. So with how things have been in this deadlock, that might be something that breaks it, and whether it be, well executed set piece or a little string of luck. But I think whoever can manage those is the best here in these last about 7.5.
So Elliott's in. Definitely rolling around not rolling around, but squirmy, and they're calling the trainer over.
Not sure if she got caught on her foot or anything. I know it was, I think the foul was called from what appeared to be like a push. When she went up to win the header, but I don't know if she hit the ground weird or maybe got caught a stud to the heel or something before she went down.
So taking a look at her, we're going to step away for just a minute, and we'll be right back. Still looking at Ellison there on the turf.
Yeah.
We're doing some mobilization of the knee.
Yeah, that's what it looks like from our angle. Some discomfort pretty quickly, so.
Yeah, as both squads head back to their respective benches. It's obviously not a good sign. However, it doesn't mean that it's terrible as of yet. You don't really know what's going on. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, maybe it's just a sprain or strain, something like that, more mild.
Yeah, they haven't tried to move her yet, so. In terms of like her whole body, see if they can get her somewhere else. Kind of left her right where she landed, so.
Now they're getting her up. But no real weight on that right leg at all.
It's like she tried to do for a second, and it was a
yeah.
no-go right away, yeah. It's unfortunate.
And picking up and carrying off isn't necessarily a
Sign
sign of the injury. It's more of time, I think, too. It's like, we can get you across. You could go, let this be quicker. Let's just pick you up and go, and hopefully she will be all right.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not too much considering the pain she seems to be in, and with the contact that it wasn't, it's like it was a rash challenge in terms of that. So that's the factor that comes into it that I would say would pose a bit of fear, is that, it wasn't an obvious one like, oh yeah, that hurt.
So it doesn't take much sometimes.
Yeah.
I believe that it's Glazebrook that has come in for Ellison.
It's a great ball.
Martinez sends it in far post.
It's an important touch, but it looks like it's going to stay in still for Eastern here. And there it is.
Yeah, it was McMillan waiting there. And
yeah, it's an important first touch. If she mistimed that, I think it was going to fall right to her feet there.
Morris just got a hit on it.
But here's one of these set pieces that we talked about in terms of if a team can capitalize on it. And looks like the same corner kick taker.
Yeah, it does. He bounces look like a free throw.
Yep. So if she puts this in anywhere close to how she did that first one, this is definitely going to be something that Tech's going to have to deal with here. And looks like Eastern's lined it up in a different way they did the first time. So chance that they got something up their sleeve here.
Millen back to her, but then too far away.
Yeah.
Tugging on the jersey.
Free kick. Back to the corner though. I think it's one of those ones where we saw Tech try a set piece kind of play earlier and didn't really work out in their favor. And that one, same thing kind of for Eastern. And I think, everyone, with how much of a stalemate it's been, you got to diversify it a bit. But for me, I think with how well she hit in that last corner kick, that makes me wonder why you wouldn't just do the same, because she put it in such a dangerous spot. I mean, it almost, if it wasn't for the girl on the line, it was going directly in.
Oh yeah.
So, but here's another chance definitely here.
Into the box.
Dangerous spot.
Glancing header just wide.
That was very close.
First real shot of the second half.
Yeah. Just not enough on it with the header for her to redirect it, but with keeper coming out and the defender in that position, if she had a little bit more on that, I think that one's going right past the keeper's hands into the net there.
Yeah, if she got maybe another inch of her forehead.
Yeah, not even that much, because it was barely wide.
Yeah, just glanced. So we got a push and a push.
Definitely a tough one to stop your momentum there in terms of not trying to hit him, especially if they go to shield the ball. It's one of those ones that if you're a striker, it's going to be a free kick against you no matter what, but it's kind of hard to avoid it, especially if the defender's smart in terms of getting their body in the way.
And then if you were to sometimes, if you try to avert, you could get yourself injured too. So you don't want to do any sudden stops too in the turf, and who knows what could happen.
So Oregon Tech, you'd want to calm this down a little bit and try to stop giving up a couple of these free kicks here, because Eastern is putting it in every single time, and they're 100% right to do so. I think it's the right thing with the way it's been. If you can get it in there and cause some chaos.
Three minutes.
Yep. Springs the counterattack, or attack the other way. If they can settle it.
And then immediately there were 5 Mountaineers around.
And I think that's what we talked about a little bit right at the start of the second half. Was the quickness of that one, because the counterattack was on, and the head Harpoons were running down the left side, and by the time they actually tried to get it to her, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, swarmed. In terms of just being not necessarily on the ball, just in position. So that one, I think, if it was played out to that left side a little earlier, maybe it would have resulted differently. But yeah, both teams are transitioning very well to get into where they need to be.
DeYoung stops that. Eventually out, and a Tech throw.
The last 2 minutes here. If you're Tech, this one has to go into the box.
And if it goes to overtime, it will go 10 minutes, and then a halftime, and then another 10 minutes if needed. But golden goal, the first goal wins.
Yep.
Is in the box, and Barker coming out, punches it out.
Punches it well, yep.
Not completely, though. Valle back in.
Oh.
Into the follow-up, goes wide. And for what it's worth, I mean, this whole time and how many minutes both teams have gone playing so great defensively and not really dangerous chances here and there. Two, they both get an opportunity here in the last 3 minutes. It's so close.
Yep.
Throw right at the flag.
Yeah, fortunate for Easton there that didn't go out for a corner kick there right next to the flag, because with the time we're at, definitely would have made things interesting in these last 30 seconds. If you're on the ball, you got to go in this situation, and that might kill out the rest of the game here. Looks like we might be sitting here for a little bit longer.
Yeah, which we will have a 5-minute break for the intermission for the teams, and then we'll come back for the 10-minute golden goal first overtime period.
5, 4,
Yeah,
Three,
nothing's happening here.
1-0.
So that does it for regulation.
That is the end of the second half.
Probably wouldn't have been a bad shot if you predicted that at the beginning of the game.
Oh, yeah.
First 10, 15 minutes the way it was looking.
Oregon Tech Lady Owls 0.
So we'll be back here in the CCC Championships. 5 more minutes. We'll be back.
This year's overtime format is golden.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
At US Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings, the big expansions, and the celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there. The late nights, cold pizza, the glamorous travel, the juggling acts. We are in for all of it, all of us. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City, or Brian from Boise. He's great too. And thousands of other bankers around the country. Because your glory is our glory. If it's important to you, it's important to us. And all the cold pizza will be worth it to get us farther than we ever thought we could go, to be better than any of us could ever be alone, proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it.
What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your
Welcome back as we're ready now for the first overtime. Again, it is golden goal. Both teams, in the last, I believe, 3 minutes, that had great opportunity to get the winner. They didn't. Here we are. When we were talking about it in that first half, kind of like, yeah, I mean, it was 1-0, of course, the previous matchup, but this was definitely not out of the realm of possibility. But still, I don't think either of us really thought that it would happen.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, when it comes to these tournament games, you think there might be something that kind of pushes the team in one way, whether it be a little bit of fortune or it be, you know, one of those set pieces we talked about. So definitely not something that we would have written off, but here we are.
Yeah. 7 shots for Eastern Oregon, 4 for Oregon Tech. 1 yellow card for both teams. But we were keeping it the same way. The end of the second half, Owls going from left to right on your screen, Mountaineers from right to left. And golden goal, so first goal wins.
It's always interesting to see how a team approaches with the golden goal, because it's obviously, you know, you got to get forward and you got to create the chance to score, but can't leave any gaps, because if you get caught in the counterattack, it's, you know, you might not get a chance to, I mean, you're not going to get a chance to go get at it if it doesn't go your way. So
yep, that's it.
It's a good bit of play. Commentators curse. As soon as I said it was a good bit of play, she gave it away.
The foul not called.
Yeah, he put his whistle to his mouth, and then thought maybe he was playing advantage because it fell to the Eastern player, but then he didn't signal it, so he changed his mind.
It's funny talking to Madison Childers, who played for SOU, and she's also been on the mic for us here for these tournament games. I did one game with her, the Rocky Mountain and Warner Pack, and she doesn't like golden goal. And I think with 0-0, for me, it's kind of like, we've already played 90. I think that seems pretty fair, though, because neither team scored. The first one that does score, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, I don't think anybody can really tell if they like it or not. I mean, because it went away and then was brought back this year. So
okay.
So it's interesting. I mean, I have to say, from being on the side of a golden goal going your way, it's definitely a different feeling.
Yeah.
I can't say I've been on the side of it not being. So I mean, it's completely contrasting emotions for sure. But I think, you know, the entertainment side of thing comes into it when you're hosting these kind of things, and then if you know, anyone was watching the men for the Tech against SU, that one went that way, and it was, you know, it was a crazy situation. So
Will is trying to catch Barker off the line, but
she's been good in the net this whole game, so that was going to take a lot to beat her there.
I just have always liked golden goal, just my whole life.
Yeah.
I just like that. I'm like, oh, it's just exciting because, it's like, it's the first one, whatever.
Yep.
Just push forward. I just never have liked shootouts, being in them and watching them. It's like, it's a different skill. It's a different thing. Not even as, I mean, it is a skill, but a lot of it's just so much, it's just pressure.
It's definitely a skill. I mean, in terms of goalkeeping side of it.
Yeah.
Have you, maybe watched any film? Have you, how quick are you to, in those lateral movements, to get from one side to the other and outstretch yourself? And then, from the taking side of it, can you hit it well? Can you handle the pressure of it? But, yeah, it's a lottery. I mean, you can hit it well, and if the keeper cheats one way and they get there, then there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So,
as a keeper, you're not expected to stop any of them, but you do. You're a hero.
Yeah. I mean, I think, and then we're looking at, both these goalkeepers here have done well for the season and done well for the game itself today. So that'll, bring in a different test for them and see how it goes.
Nakamura collects that. Just kind of rolled gently to her. We're about almost halfway through this first period. First period of overtime, that is. So really we've got at the most 15 minutes of golden goal overtime left. And if it's anything like the last 3 minutes of regulation, there could be a goal. But if it's anything like it was for the majority of the game, we're going to shootout.
Yeah, we're going to shootout. So we'll see. Yeah, and then it's also a situation if it does get to the shootout where not that necessarily both these goalkeepers haven't had to do much today.
Right.
You know, handful of saves for both of them, but nothing that's, you know, breath of fresh air after you make the save. So to then be called upon in the shootout where, you know, it is now just you. So be interesting to see.
It's going to be off Snyder. Throw in for Oregon Tech. From humble beginnings as a small trash hauler in 1938, the rogue disposal and recycling of today is more than 150 hardworking and dedicated employees strong. We're a leader in curbside trash recycling and yard debris pickup services, and we're dedicated to a broad range of school and community-based programs, all designed to add to the amazing quality of life for the people we serve and the community we call home. Rogue disposal. I was going to make a comment about trash or rubbish, but I couldn't think of it quick enough. Because it has, I mean, the defenses have not been. It's and that's the thing too, is I feel like a lot of times with the games is your defense wins out because you can just drop more players, not park the bus necessarily, but you can play that, and you say more times than not you would be able to hold the team scoreless. Especially how both these teams have been playing, they could either team do that, and I think the team will not score. And Owls throw. Under 3 left.
Oh.
Free kick for the Owls.
Yeah, a good bit of strength to keep the ball there in terms of actually 2 Eastern players on her that swarms really well, but didn't go their way. So here's, as similar to the end of the second half, as soon as we cross that 3-minute mark, we're getting some free kicks in some dangerous spots. Oh, it's in.
Wow.
Wow. There it is. That's the game. And all it took was kind of like we said, a set piece, and I was not pretty, but it went in, and I don't think the Tech ladies are going to complain at all right now.
No, they are extremely celebrating over there. As we look at this replay, that
was pinball.
It was absolutely just
pinball. Like,
they're right here, as you see. Toss back, and the
pinball.
Dribbled in.
Wow. I mean, I think we said it a couple times. I mean, it was going to be something that.
The Oregon Tech goal by number 4.
I mean, Eastern didn't get broken down there. I mean, that was just a fortune of luck a little bit. I mean, obviously, great ball in into a dangerous spot. I mean, that's one where players are going up to head the ball, keepers coming up trying to win it, but that little bit definitely makes a difference. So
Parker didn't have much of a chance, so she tried to get to it as well for the Mountaineers. And of course, it's difficult. As you said, you have a bit on that opposite side of it, on this side that Eastern Oregon's on right now of losing a golden goal.
Yeah, contrary emotions, and it's tough, especially when the game where Eastern's played so well defensively and all that kind of stuff. It was, I mean, I think it was fitting in terms of the game we watched. It was either going to be something like that or it was going to be a shootout. So, I mean, that's tough. It was just a matter of what side were you going to be on of that situation.
And then Oregon Tech will get the automatic qualifier to the national championships there in just maybe about 13 days time or 12 days time.
So much pinball, I'm not even sure if we caught who scored it.
I was trying to listen at the PA, and then I was trying to look to see, because as far as the replay goes,
it didn't help.
With it coming through the replay, you had initially you had it come in. No one really got to it. The Barker hit it, so she knocks it down right there. Actually, let me just show it everybody so we can see what we're looking at. With that, it comes in. So right here, as it comes in, Barker pops right there. Looks like she got hands to it.
And then whoever that was that came running in at the end there, it looks like they got that last touch.
So that goes towards the goal, and then it deflected off. As she tried to clear it, it went in the net.
So whoever was that Brianna Lewis, it looks like, number 4?
I believe it is Lewis.
Yeah.
From what it looks like from here, what we have, because I didn't hear the P announcer, but I believe it was Lewis who had the pressure on in that touch for the Owls. But it is the winner as they advance to the championship on Thursday, which we'll have for you here at 11 a.m. Anything else you want to add to that crazy finish?
No, I mean, I think we just said that sums up the game. I mean, I could see something like that coming. So, but it was a good game, entertaining, and it was definitely a defensive battle. So
they'll take it on. So that final will be Thursday, the championship, November 14th at 11, right here on Wheeler Field. The Cascade Conference Women's Soccer Championship match against College of Idaho. And on behalf of the Cascade Collegiate Conference, congratulations to both Mountaineers and Owls getting here to the semifinals. Safe travels for the Mountaineers whenever they do travel back. But Dana Canada, thanks for his coverage up there on the roof for us for the camera so that we could get, of course, the shot. You guys for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful and safe. Geez, I know it's not the weekend because normally these are happening on the weekend. It's a Monday. It's a Tuesday.
Monday.
It's a Tuesday.
Oh, it is Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. It's the second Tuesday, which is the second Monday for me. So second Monday. Hopefully you all have a safe Tuesday. We will have the 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock men's semifinals here at Wheeler Field as well. Coming up in just a little bit. So those teams will be on here to warm up, and then 7 o'clock, the second semifinal to get the spot on Thursday for that championship, which will be at 2 p.m. here at Wheeler Field. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Gavin. Aaron Nilsson here. Have a wonderful, safe Tuesday.